So what I purchased was the Flowclear 800-gallon sand filter. I'll show you how I'm gonna set this up. So I'm not really big on unboxing videos, so I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible. I removed everything from the box. It comes with a GFCI on the plug, which is good. One good thing you need to do is just go through everything and look for cracks or broken parts before you start putting this whole thing together. And then you realize, oh man, this has broken parts to it. It has this little handle on the top too. You want to check to make sure there isn't anything broken around here, because you have to have a good seal. You have this ring, you want to take a Phillips screwdriver and loosen this, and loosen it here too. It has a nut that fits into this. It'll lock in like that. And you're gonna loosen this one bolt. Just loosen this one. You don't have to take this one all the way out. But you'll need to take it out of one of them. So then you're gonna pull this out and put it somewhere where you're not gonna lose it. Then you're gonna just pull this open and take this off. So then you want to inspect this O-ring right here. Make sure it's not broken or jammed up with schmutz. And this part right here is gonna sit down on this. Right like that. Then you're gonna take this lever and you're gonna push it on there and it'll snap in. And then you'll be able to, this is what you're gonna use to turn this to the different settings on the filter. Take this part off and you'll have a piece that looks like this. This goes and screws in to the middle here. It has a printing on it that says minimum and maximum. And this is going to be for where your sand goes, and it kind of shows you where the depth of the sand is for the bottom of the filter. So put that in here and just screw it in. For upgrading from the old filter to the new sand filter, you'll see a lot of parts that you'll recognize. This and these and the hoses and the T-joint should all be pretty similar to what you have already on there. So you might not even need to use these parts. I'm going to just stay with what we already have. Some other things that are different from the old filter to this one is it has a pressure gauge, it has multiple settings, and it has more ports. Pay attention to this when you're setting this up. When you want to add the sand, you need to get pool filter sand. It's a special kind of sifted sand that won't clog up your pool. So just pony up the extra bucks and get pool filter sand, because you won't have to buy any filters, so you'll save money in the end. You're gonna take that pool filter sand and you're gonna pour it up to your minimum maximum line right here. So I'm gonna go probably middle of the way, and I'll show you when I'm done because I can't do it with one hand. Okay, so you're gonna pour this in and then you're gonna spread it around so it's even, somewhat even. So I don't have it to the minimum yet, so I'm gonna add a little bit more and that should be enough. I only put about 20 pounds of this bag in there, so that'll just give me some extra for later on. I'm gonna try to, I got a little bit as I was pouring, I got some in here, so I took this guy out and I'm gonna clean it off and I'm gonna blow that out so it's all nice and tidy, so we have a good seal. Once you have the sand in there to the level you need, you're gonna put this top down and you're gonna have this C port lined up with this C port. You'll see the C on the side. You're gonna take this ring and put it back over. So you want this ring pretty snug all the way around. This is still loose, and then you're going to take the other bolt and put this in here. Put this nut on, and then you're going to tighten this and this gently. It's a lot of times when you're doing these kind of compression rings, you want to do a few turns here, a few turns here, just so you don't over reef on one side and crack anything. Be careful. This is all plastic. I will tighten it like 5/4 rotations, and then I'll switch. And just do it until you hear a loud cracking noise. Just kidding, don't do that. Just tighten it until it has a lot of resistance and it's not just super easy to turn each time, because you really want that to seat together against that O-ring. Use the shortest hose of all of them for this, and make sure to put these tightening screws on before you put them onto the plastic. Push it on, tighten it. Same thing up here. So this is roughly how it should look. So you're gonna have the B's going down to here. You're gonna have the A that goes out to the pool. That goes to here. It says A on the side. You're gonna have this thing. This covers this port right here. This port is for when you wanna flush this or drain it. Normally you're gonna have this cap on here. You wanna take this off when you have it back flushing it. Remember, whenever you're working on your pool, you wanna have these guys. Okay, when you get that all set up, then you're gonna take this over to your outlet. You gotta make sure the GFCI is on in there, and then you're gonna plug this in. When you start this up for the first time, you're gonna start to the backwash setting, which is this guy right here. Not this YouTube setting, but backwash setting. And then you're gonna take this off because it's gonna be coming out of this port. You don't wanna keep this on while you're doing this, okay? Then you're gonna turn this on, and you're gonna run this for 3 to 5 minutes. Which means you're gonna have to replace the water with a hose. Okay, you're gonna turn off the pump, and then you're gonna switch to rinse mode, there. And then you're gonna turn it back on again and let it run for about a minute. It's still gonna come out of this port. Okay, that's done. So we're gonna turn this off, and we're gonna switch this back to X, which means off, okay? So then we're gonna take this guy and we're gonna put this back over this D output port and tighten it off. Now, the next thing you're ready to do is you're ready to put the strainers in. Put those in like that. You're gonna make sure they push all the way through here. Then you're gonna make sure this hose is on here good and tight, and you're gonna tighten it up. Same thing with this one. Then you're gonna put the output one in here, and then you're ready to put it on the filter mode, which is the YouTube symbol. So So you're going to put that in there like that. You always change this while this is off. And then you're going to turn it on. And now you will see it coming out there. And you should feel a little suction in these. That's pretty good. And now you have installed a sand filter. And now I'm going to shock the hell out of this and try to get this clear again. By the way, you won't have to be buying these anymore. Those are done. When this pressure gauge right here rides a little too high, it should be about 0.3 or 0.35 with normal operation. When it starts getting higher, that means the sand is starting to get dirty in there and you need to do a back flush. So the back flush is what you do when you start it up. You put it on this one, and then when you take this off, turn it on, back flush it for several minutes, turn it back off, put it on rinse, turn it back on, and let it back flush out or rinse out of this port just like the back flush one will for about a minute more. And then you're going to turn it off. You're going to put it back into this mode. You're going to stop this up, turn it on, and make sure it goes back to 0.335. So I hope this video helped you out, just like my other videos where I show you how to fix the Intex regular filter pumps. If you like this video, please watch some more. Maybe hit the like button or subscribe. And I really appreciate you watching. Thanks.